Welcome to NXG Markets. This is Mohsen Ismail for another video on the weekly analysis of gold and several other instruments that we are going to cover today in this special episode of the last week of the month of July. For the people who are new to this channel, we would be covering with our analysis for the week and for the month and try and understand the market updates from the fundamental and the technical point of view to understand the market better. And we will try to enhance our quality of the video and the content so it will be really helpful for everyone. I really apologize that today the video is not with the video camera on. Not feeling so well today. However, it is very important week and that shouldn't go away. The market since morning has been in a constant area which we will discuss in this video, and thankfully it was because that's what we imagined. And trying to make this video at a time where this is the right time, I suppose throughout the entire day, I still really apologize for making this video a little late. So if you're new, please subscribe, turn on the bell icon for the NXG markets on YouTube. We will be glad and we will always try to get the best of the news possible for you to analyze your own uh, trading strategy. Now, this video we will be covering, of course, in fundamental and technical, so to say, trying to understand not just the economic calendar but also some of the geopolitical events, some of the war news, and which this news, these news are the news which can impact in the fluctuation for this coming week and something special for the entire month or so coming by, right? So this and then technical aspects, we will not only just cover gold, but there is something really very special that we are going to share. So kindly stay tuned till the end because you will be surprised and you will really like about the investment opportunity that we are talking about. So first things first, welcome to Energy Market once again. Let's begin with what we generally do. Okay, with energy markets, just to give you a brief about it, is that we uh, are the next generation in the things that we are trying to do for the Forex market, for the people who are connected with the Forex online trading industry. And this is where we would ask you to come and be a part of us so we can always grow together and try to understand and be the best in what we do. And that is take care of the investments and grow with it. So let's begin. Let's get straight into this with our economic calendar for the week. Now, as you see over here on a Monday, there isn't any news for today. So of course, there's going to be a range bound technical which we will understand from the daily point of view. However, this particular week is going to be very, very interesting is because we have got special news coming in on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Oh, the entire week is, full with all high impact news. This can give a lot of volatility in the market, which we will try to understand as to what might happen. Right. So on Tuesday, we've got George job openings. Then we've got on Wednesday, ADP, non-farm employment change, advanced GDP. And then we've got federal funds rate, FOMC, all coming in on Wednesday and on a Thursday. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, as I see, is really very interesting with the core PC price index, employment of cost index, unemployment claims, and then we have average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change, and unemployment rate. Now, these news will play a very vital role in giving the fluctuations up or down, whether it is bullish or bearish, which we will try to understand. However, the important aspect of this particular channel that we come across is not just the economic calendar that we share, but also the geopolitical and what is happening around the world, which matters the most is because whatever we see around the world are the sentiments, and it is the reaction of those sentiments that we see on the market candlestick chart. So, before we even move on to the technical aspect of it, I would want you to focus on this because this is something which is really interesting to know. And that is with the war situation around the world. Now, we know that Israel, Gaza, Israel, Iran, Israel, Syria were in the war. There's a war which is going on in between Ukraine and Russia, right? And in the middle of all those things happening, now far in the southeast of the world, we have Cambodia and Thailand also waging war against each other. Now, this is, kind of the only reason why it is interesting is because, like I said, these are the sentiments of what the reaction that we're looking at out in the market, right? And when we understand that, we understand that Cambodia and Thailand being very good tourist attraction centers around the world can certainly impact a lot of people with this kind of news, which is so devastating mentally to the people who are living there in terms of security, in terms of safety, and people all across the world come to Cambodia and Thailand for tourist attractions. There are plenty of travelers, who are living in Thailand and Cambodia and living a life doing online digital jobs and also. So all these things will certainly get affected, and this will force people to find a secure place to live in again, at least for this time. Now, what is exactly happening between Cambodia and Thailand with the war? All we can say is, of course, with the ceasefire and the peace treaty talks which are going on as of now. However, apart from the peace treaty which is getting discussed, the war is still on. There are still attacks from both the sides which are affecting the local people. Now, here's the most interesting part. Well, Mr. Trump has certainly interfered in saying this to Thailand about the increase in the tariff if Thailand does not agree to the peace treaty or ceasefire. In return, Thailand says that they will do only if Cambodia has got good intentions to do it, and provided they stop in attacking where the attacks are still on. Now, very interestingly, which I would like to put a light on is, the BBC Southeast Asia correspondent Jonathan Head, who said that this particular war which is getting raged, right? This is even if the peace treaty is signed, right? Still, that does not guarantee that the attack will stop eventually. Right. And what do we mean by this? What do we understand? And this is really very important because apart from Cambodia and Thailand, it is America which is also involved, whether it is in the terms of talks, it is in the terms of conversation and negotiations about the peace treaty between both the countries. And it's not just Mr. Trump, but also the Prime Minister of UK will be meeting Mr. Trump in Scotland to discuss about the war situations for Iran and Gaza and Ukraine situations as well. Uh, I mean the Israel, Gaza, and Ukraine war situations as well. So I'm sure there is some kind of involvement by the influential people, and Mr. Trump and the Prime Minister of UK plays a very important role right here. Now, this being said, what we understand from the situation which is going on between the Thailand and Cambodia war is that even if the peace treaty, because peace treaty is not something that will be just signed in a day or two, this will be discussed, agreed upon, conditions been set upon, and then we have an agreement over that. So this will take some time, and during this time, the attacks and the war will keep continuing on and off, right? Till the time the peace treaty is not completely agreed and signed upon. So this also gives us a fair idea about the one on the on one hand we have got Mr. Trump, who's trying to stabilize and improve the economy of US by its own ways, and we have war situations around the world, which gives the impact and the fluctuation that is needed in the market. Right. Well, that being said, that this is a very important news for us to understand, is because this is going to go on for like a month or so, or maybe 2 months. However, these 2 years from 2025 to 2027 is going to be that year where there can be a lot of things happening around the world which might not be favorable from the humanity point of view. But when you look at the market and its reaction, and that is our job when we invest, when we are talking about the investment, I want you all to think about your investment and manage it from a long term perspective. Only if you could save the investment that you have right now, you will have it left to trade in the future and make the best of it in the coming time. And the reason why we are saying is because we are going to cover the entire month and this, and that makes this video so very special, because we are going to also give you something which is a strange behavior between Bitcoin and Ethereum. So that is one of the reasons why I'm asking you to stay tuned till the end. Now, that being said, there is, of course, one news that I would like to put your focus on, and that is with the Euro news, which is going on now. If you look at this, like I said earlier as well, that Mr. Trump and the Prime Minister of UK both are having a discussion in Scotland in regards to the, you know, the Ukraine and the Gaza situation. So there's something that can come up on that note now. Shifting our gears to the best that we try and understand, and that is our technical aspect. To begin with, we have our very own that we make the video before coming into the uh, area for to cover with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Before we come there, let's understand gold as of now. So for today, when the opening, uh, when the market opened, of course, 3338 was the one, and 3337 uh, and 9 were the factors where generally it's understood that today, if the market is below these points, then we can consider sell. However, let's before we reach there, let's understand this monthly aspect, that and something that I want you to focus on are these top high notes that we have got from gold, right? Now, this is on a monthly basis, since almost, and the reason why we are discussing this in this video is because this is the last week of this month, which is also very important, right? So we have seen that since the last 4 months, market gave us an all-time high each month. It tried to touch all those levels and did touch at least this 3437 level and 3397 level. It did touch and crossed it and then came back again. Here's something to focus on, is when the market touched 3502, came down again. In the next month it came down again. In the month of June it went up and then came down, and then so on and so forth. We saw that, even in the month of July, it started off really well. We had this set right here of 3275 as the baseline, as a very good support line, and 3312 being also a very good support line from you could buy, which we have always discussed in the last videos as well. All the videos had this range, and the market has bounced back after coming into this range again. And that is what happened as compared to the last video too, where we said that 3320 is one of the best places where you can have a good swing buy for a long-term perspective. Now, when we said about the long-term perspective, I would also want you to relate to all the fundamentals that we discussed about the facts and figures about the economic calendar and the geopolitical events which are happening, the war situation that is going on. The market has given us a very good bullish momentum during this month as well. Though the strange part is that even after going bullish, it has still tried to reach during, in between these area of 3290 and 3335, which is something alarming over here, is because this is where we see that the market being in the last week, right? Even after touching 3437 back again, but it came down again, and now it's just over here. So all we take from here is, let's understand this from our point of view, as we had these levels, and we see that it is on a weekly basis, it is showing us a bearish trend, reaching towards this line of 3280 and 3112 back again, right? As we see over here for this particular week, again it is on a lower end, right? So what it means is, till the time market does not cross this 3345 area, I repeat, so if the market is not, let's understand that on a daily basis, so you understand it better, right? Now, till the market does not cross this particular area of 3345 area, it will be on a bearish trend to reach 3312, and then and touch the support of 3275 to 3282 back again. Now, this is the range where it might go if the market does not close above 3345 anytime with the 30-minute candle time frame as well. It should close above 3345 in order to go upwards with a bullish momentum, trying to touch 3375, and the next target being 3397, crossing that to 3437 back again. However, while it is still below 3345, we would still consider the bearish momentum to take over, to reach towards 3311, and then going back to 3271 as the mean. Right. Now, this is what gold says in terms of the daily aspect, which I want you to understand and trade accordingly, right? Which you can always understand that if the market, if you look over here, if it would go above 3345, like I said, then we have, if it does not get rejected here, I mean, if it gets rejected here, sorry, then it will certainly go up to 3369 to 3373, 3375 area, and moving forward to the 3397 mark. However, if it stays below, then you can straight away see it touching 3309 to 3312 area anytime today, right? Now, this is what the gold understanding is in terms of technical aspect of it. Well, certainly to say, of course, when to open the position, I would request you to kindly watch the 15-minute strategy video that we have made in English and in Hindi, which you can go through, which will definitely make you or help you understand as to when is it that you are supposed to open the deal, right? The exact time of opening the deal. That is what you will understand in the 15-minute strategy that we have made the video already. Now, coming to the best of the things that we would like to discuss quickly, and that is the Bitcoin. There are a few things that I want you to focus on. If you have a pen and paper handy with you, do make sure that you make a note of it, because this is going to be a very important session in terms of understanding the Bitcoin and the Ethereums. Now, excuse me, we are in the phase where this is the time where you can catch the trend before it's overbought. Now, what do I mean by this? To understand that, we will be studying Bitcoin right from this day of July 10th, when it started from one with a low point of 110692. It gave us a bullish trend of 113, that is around about, from 110 to 113, that is around about 3000, right? And then from there it moved on directly to 117. Now this 117 was a mark, correct? 117, right? Now this happened in this 2 days, right? And then it gave us an all-time high to 123, right? and what gave us the all-time high 123. It fell down again to 115 area, and having this 115, 116, and 117 to to some extent, right, as the point where the market has been falling down and trying to reach back up and trying to reach and hit the 1120 mark, though is still not able to, but is always very close to. Correct. So we understand that in this, right from July 10th, BTC has been giving us a bullish momentum. However, trying to fall back to a while till it's 115, 116, and 117 mark. So what we understand by this is if the market does not go below 116, 115, then a buy position is always the best of the position for Bitcoin. What it mean, what it also means is to understand from the uh, buyers and the sellers point of view is the buyers are kind of holding the position with Bitcoin. There are traders in the world which are still pumping in the money for Bitcoin, which is why we see that right from 110 and right from the day since Mr. Trump has been elected, from how it moved on from 76 to 90s and from 90s to 100s and now 123 being the top hit that has been done. Well, it gives a sense that people are not completely selling Bitcoin off for trading. They are still pumping in the money, holding it on, removing it out. However, here's something strange that I want to talk about, right? And Trump, Mr. Trump has announced of no decentralization for the BRICS currency, and this is where I would like to take your attention to some other instrument, and that is Ethereum. While we all know that when Bitcoin, BTC goes up, Ethereum goes up too, right? And now, if you look at since July 10th, same thing where the market was 2,700, it went up high with this 200 mark of 2,900. Then it gave another high of 313, going up to 3384 from 27, yes, which is around about 600 difference of 600 points. Now this 600 points and then going ahead and giving us a different point altogether of 3753 being one of this point with 3386, and now it's above this line of 333888 currently. What we should notice here is that as Bitcoin was growing and falling down further, and again trying to reach and then falling down further, again trying to reach, falling down further, and now again moving upwards, gives us this indication that Ethereum has been for these 10 days quite strong. In fact, stronger than uh, Bitcoin. What it seems like that people who were selling during the time when Bitcoin was falling, where people was selling over here, where sellers entered into the market, they also entered in the buy market for Ethereum, not making Ethereum weaker. Rather, Ethereum was getting stronger and trying to maintain the distance. And then, as in when Bitcoin used to go up back again, Ethereum used to rally along with it with these things that you see. In between, when Bitcoin had this week of kind of strange dip, still Ethereum at the same time gave us a dip, but then it rose back again and maintaining this area of 3617 as a strong support. To be precise enough, this will be 3628. All right. So we have this strong support right here. If the market does not cross this line, then this is going to be if it gets rejected at this particular point of 3628, it's going to be another very good buy for a longer period of time. Now, this is where we can get into the trend and before it is overbought situation. So you just have to wait and either buy or wait for a dip. So between anywhere between 3732 to 3628 and then buy from the dip and wait for a longer run, because then if that thing happens, then we are expecting it to directly have the distance covered just like it covered almost 600 points, and then from here, if you look at 3133 to 37, it's almost like 700 points and an average of 500 points. Then we are expecting Ethereum to reach 4,500 points, period. So 4,500 can be the price that Ethereum can get to and try to test by the time Bitcoin again reaches 122 or 123 mark. So if the Bitcoin crosses 123, its all-time high. If it crosses is 123,252, then in that case it will definitely go down for further reaching 131,000, or further than that, reaching up to $145,000. Now, this daily candlestick of Bitcoin is and Ethereum, with their behavior interconnected to each other, is getting so very intense that Ethereum is also trying to, uh, you know, build in the gap between the Bitcoin and the Ethereum, where Ethereum is running faster in its bullish momentum. Is all we got to say in this technical understanding of Bitcoin and Ethereum, which would be a great opportunity for everyone who's thinking it from a long-term perspective. And when we talk about forex investment, we always talk about a long-term investment plan that we are talking about. We're not just talking about some gambling where you just do it daily and then get out of it. No, we're talking about holding on positions. We're talking about holding on investments. We're talking about saving investments so we can build, with that, we can build our future. So whatever you're doing in life, you're working, you are having a job, you're doing a business. The only reason why we're trying to get to Forex, and with NXG it's been such a great platform to give you this opportunity to have everything around the world on the single platform to trade upon, with such good spreads and an amazing features and facilities for the IBs around the world. If you can get that, this is one of the best opportunity for you to get in. If you do visit the website under the promotional offer, you will see there are things which you would like to know about the promotions that are going on. So please go through these promotional pages, which you will I would like to take you through, and you will really like it. Is because this is, as far as the promotions are good for IB, NXG is on a next generation level that you can earn from it, right? So, well, guys, so this is what we have for today's technical and the fundamental analysis for gold and BTC and Ethereum. If you like it, then please like, subscribe, turn on the bell icon, and do comment uh, for any feedback or any good things that you want to say, or any other video that you would want us to cover. Well, that is it from me for today and for this week. However, we will keep coming in with a lot more live videos, and we will definitely get back to you. Kindly stay in touch with us. Thank you. You have a great life and happy trading.